I feel like I'm always working on either the Supra or the M3, but in today's video, we're gonna be working on the X5. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we're finally gonna be installing that body kit that I've had for the X5 for almost like 2 or 3 months at this point. I just never got a chance to do it. I've been so consumed with the Supra and then the wrap on the M3. I just didn't really have a chance to give the X5 as much attention as it deserves. But today we're gonna make it look even better by transforming it all in today's video. Like I said guys, I have that gloss black body kit for it, and then I also have something else. By the end of today's video, the X5 should look completely different, 10 times more aggressive. It's just gonna look sick. So with that said, let's get to it. Obviously, we have to move the Supra out of the way. I don't wanna deal with the M3 because that thing is annoying to get in and out of the driveway. So we're gonna move the Supra, we're gonna put the X5 in its place, and then we're gonna get started. All right, so now let's hop inside the X5. I gotta say guys, this car is becoming one of my favorite cars to drive, and not because it's really that fun, because honestly it's not really fun to drive at all, but it's just so big and comfortable that like I don't have to stress driving this thing. Like I'll just drive it wherever, whenever. Like I don't have to worry about the weather, I don't have to worry about where I'm going. Is it gonna have a steep driveway or entrance? One thing I do dislike about driving this thing is whenever I'm pulling inside the driveway, it is like really freaking close. Like look at this. Look how close I get with this thing. All right, I think I got it in a decent spot. So let me just show you guys the body kit that I got. Now you guys have probably seen this in the background of some of my videos. I've literally just had it outside like this, which is an absolute mess. That's part of the reason why I want to install this thing. I just want to get this mess out of here. But yeah guys, so like I said, it is a gloss black body kit just made out of ABS plastic. This I got off of eBay for like maybe 500 bucks for like absolutely everything. Front lip, diffuser, side skirts, spoilers. Like this kit literally has everything. Now, am I gonna install everything? I don't know. I'm sure we're gonna install most of it. The only thing I'm thinking I'm probably not gonna install is the spoilers, because I don't wanna make this car look tacky. I'm already on the fence, like, is this body kit gonna make this car look a little cheesy? So we'll see how that turns out. But in the meantime, guys, I wanna get started. Now, I don't know how well this is all gonna fit because again, it's just a cheap kit off eBay. Normally I get stuff from Keys Motorsports and everything fits really well. Everything just installs really well. I've been playing around with this kit a little bit off camera, and I don't think it's gonna be easy to install because things don't really seem to line up the best. So the piece I think I wanna start off with is the diffuser, because honestly, that's one of the parts of the X5 that I really dislike. This like silver diffuser right over here, it doesn't even match the color of the car. At least I don't think it's supposed to. So with this body kit, it should make it gloss black and obviously look way more aggressive. So this I think is gonna be my favorite piece on the entire kit. So I lined up the inner portion of the diffuser with 3M tape, because that should be sticking on to like right here. The bottom, we should just be screwing in. So I'm not too worried about that, but it's the top portion we really want to stick on. So the diffuser is at least stuck on. Fitment is not horrible, but it's not great. We're definitely getting some gaps over here when the bumper curves in. It's the same thing on the other side. Now, like I said, we're gonna drill it in from the bottom, but before I do that, there's also some side pieces that are gonna connect to this diffuser. So let's stick those on, try to get everything to line up before we really seal it in place with some screws. So for this little side splitter piece, it actually looks like 2 of the holes are gonna line up with some of the factory hardware. So what I'm gonna do is drill holes through this, take off the factory hardware, reinsert them in this spot. Some of the other spots, like this one right over here, does not have factory hardware. So we'll just drill a normal screw into that one. And then this piece, I don't know if you guys will see from this camera angle, needs to align with the rest of the diffuser, but we'll try our best to make that flush. It doesn't look like it's gonna stick onto the car. I don't know, we'll figure it out though. So the splitter is now on. Fitment, again guys, is okay. It's not the best. I tried my best to get these pieces to align, and I think I did an okay job. But keep in mind, 2 of the bolts was supposed to line up with the factory hardware, so I really prioritized that when putting all this together. In terms of the 3M, I think I should have put it a little further back so it's not as noticeable, but I'll make sure I correct that on the other side. But for now though, this is actually looking pretty good. All right, guys, rear is officially done. We have the diffuser, we have both splitters. The other one I did off camera. This one I did a lot quicker, although I don't think it really ended up much better. So I don't think it was because I did a bad job on that one. Honestly, I think it's just about the fitment. But let me know what you guys think. I actually think it looks pretty good. It definitely looks a lot more aggressive. Now, it looks a little funny because the back is super aggressive. Don't worry, we have a lot more. So the next thing we're gonna do is these side skirts, which is gonna have that like same wing style design, which is gonna go with the splitter in the rear. Honestly, guys, I think this kit's gonna look pretty good on this car because this one is an M Sport and also already has some gloss black wheels with some red calipers. The car is filthy, but towards the end, once I'm done with everything, I'll give the car a good wash and I'll do some B-roll of all the car completely finished. Again, guys, we have something else for this car, which is gonna make it look a lot more aggressive. So all these things combined, I think it's gonna look sick, but again, there's only one way to find out, so let's just keep on pushing through. So I'm thinking these side skirts are gonna be the easiest thing to install because really, there's not too much to line up with. We just have to put it on the factory side skirt. This one's not gonna use any factory hardware, by the way. Also, I should mention, guys, I'm trying to minimize the amount of screws that I put inside my car. So even on the diffuser, it calls for like 5 screws. I put 2 because I think 2 is gonna be more than enough. And I don't wanna make more unnecessary holes in the factory body of this X5. So as expected, side skirt was pretty easy. The roll of 3M tape that they provide is not long enough to fit the whole span of the thing, but instead, honestly, I just relied on the screws. I did 3, so 1 in the beginning, 1 at the end, and 1 in the middle. In terms of fitment, again, it's a little off. This piece keeps on hanging down because that's the only way that that piece will stay in. And honestly, I'd rather a gap over here instead of a gap over here. So overall, I mean, it's not bad. I actually really do like this piece though. It goes really well with the rear diffuser. Now it doesn't look as silly because the rear is modified and it all flows into the side. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the other side off camera. No point in you guys watching me do that all over again. It's a little boring to watch, I know. And then when we're done with that one, we're gonna move on to the front lip, which I think is gonna really transform this SUV. So what was an instant for you guys was a couple minutes for me. So not too bad, but I got the other side skirt on as well. And I'll be honest with you guys, at this point, I'm starting to get a little hyped because it's actually looking really, really good. I know the angles are tough and the lighting is tough right now, but trust me, I'll take it to a better spot, to like a rooftop or something, and I'll show you guys everything. So the last thing we have to do right now is the front lip. The front lip comes in 2 pieces, so I have to figure out how that works. And then again, guys, we have something else to make this thing look so much better. If you guys are wondering what that is, stay tuned to the end of the video. So here is the new front lip. Again, guys, this is 2 pieces. So this piece is gonna attach on to the car, something like that. And then this piece is going to attach on to that one. So similar to some of the other pieces we've done, this one's also gonna reuse some factory hardware, just the 2 bolts on the side over there, and then 2 bolts on the other side. And then otherwise, we might put like a screw or 2 in the front center, maybe some light 3M tape. So with that said, let's take off the factory hardware and put some 3M tape on this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of cheated a little bit in terms of the timeline. I stopped and took a break to eat some breakfast. But yo, check this out. Look at the front lip right now. I know it's 2 pieces. This piece really should go like right over here or something like that. But honestly, I kind of prefer it without it. Like just this piece right over here. Now, let me know what you guys think, but I feel like this just looks so much sleeker, so much classier. Like you can still notice the front lip and it still goes along with like, you know, these little, whatever you want to call them, the wings that matches the side skirt, that matches the diffuser. But I don't know, I think it looks better without that second piece. But let me know what you guys think. For now, honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Also, not only do I think it looks better, but this way we're just gonna have a lot more clearance. Whereas otherwise, look how much extra this brings it down. I don't know, like it doesn't look bad with this, but it looks a little more obnoxious with it. But to me, it just looks sleeker, just like this. So personally, I'm gonna leave it right now. Again, I think it looks better. We're just gonna have better clearance on the front end of this SUV. Again, guys, it is a family SUV, so sometimes I take this thing like camping or apple picking or something like that, and I have to drive literally off-road. So having a bit more clearance might be the smarter option. So I'm gonna leave it off for now, and if I change my mind later, or if you guys convince me, I might put it on later. But for now, let's just leave it as is. So at this point, we're pretty much done with the body kit, but I wanna show you guys these extra 2 pieces, which are both like pieces for the spoiler or the wing, whatever you wanna call it. I think one goes on the trunk, and then one will go high up. Again, personally, I'm probably not gonna put them on because I feel like it's just gonna look like a little too much on this family SUV. But I wanna show you guys, because if you're thinking about getting the same kit, which I'll have linked in the description down below, by the way, if you wanna get it for your X5, or you know, just if you wanna see what this looks like, might as well show you guys. And again, personally, I'm not gonna install it, but at least you'll see it. And here it is, the main one, the wing that goes on top of the windshield. What do you guys think? Personally, I feel like it's just too much on this SUV. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's a little too aggressive. Maybe if it was white and it blended in better, I think I would do that, but is it worth getting it painted white? Also, the fitment really isn't the best. Like, look at this. They're gonna have so many gaps. Mine actually came damaged. That's pretty crazy. So if I were to install this, honestly, I would have to definitely get it painted. I think at that point it'll look pretty good, but in gloss black, I don't know. It looks a little, yeah, no, I don't like it. The other piece is even cornier, in my opinion. And now look, if you guys like it, I don't mean to offend you, you know, to each their own. If this was like an X5M or a M50i maybe, but on this 40i, I feel like this is just way too much. The body kit that I'm already doing is probably arguably too much. The last piece though is this one right over here. And I believe this one would sit on the trunk like that. Yeah, definitely not gonna do that one. But hey, at least you guys got to see what it looks like. But yeah, for me, this is definitely gonna be a no. So now on to the final thing. The thing that I didn't tell you guys what it is exactly. Well, let me just show you. As cool as this body kit looks, it kind of emphasizes the horrible sunken in wheels. So that's right, guys. What we're gonna be installing now is some wheel spacers. So I don't have any specifically for the X5. I actually have the ones that I had on the M3, the 15 mil. So shout out to Keys Motorsports for sending me those. So since I have aftermarket wheels on the M3, I figured I just use those wheel spacers on the X5. Look at how sunken in these are. Now the rears are a lot worse than the front. So I don't know if I want to put the 15 mil all around, because I feel like it's just gonna look a little funny. Because check this out, the front actually aren't too bad. The rear though are absolutely horrible. So if we just put them on the rear, almost bring it out to the same level as the front, I think that will make it look way better. Let me just show you the wheel spacers that I have. So nothing crazy about them. Again, these are from Keys Motorsports, so huge shout out and thank you to them. They are hub centric, so they will be the safest way to do it. And then we also have the extended lug bolts, which I believe I just left all of them inside this box. Yep, so I have all of them inside here. So again, huge shout out to Keys Motorsports for sending these out to me. They were for the M3, but hey, we're gonna take advantage and we're gonna use them on this X5 because why not? So believe it or not, guys, this is the first time I'm ever jacking up the X5 or even removing the wheel. This, by the way, is where these wheel hangers get the most useful. When you want to line up a wheel spacer as well as the wheel itself, it legit makes your life so much easier. Also, these wheels are insanely heavy. My goodness. Yeah, that definitely looks way better. Is it totally flush? No, it's not the most aggressive thing, but I mean, just here's a quick comparison. Here's the side with the wheel spacer, and then here's the side without. Like, just look how sunken in this is. That's insane. So like usual, I'm gonna do the other side off camera, and then the next scenes you guys will see, I'm gonna go ahead and give this car a nice wash. I'm gonna let all this adhesive kind of like really cure and adhere to the car. So maybe another day, but in this same video, I'll give the car a nice wash and you'll be able to see it in all of its glory.
Don't go shooting all the dogs, cause one of them got fleas. Don't just listen to these songs and think that you got grease. They just lyrics, I be venting to this mic, it's therapy. You could leave, but them other guys is whack, they not me. Godspeed, sweetie, living out my dreams. I don't need a genie. Pops did Madonna shows, music in my blood, it was destined for me. Way before I even seen a CD, cross the wrong line, you gon' need a treaty. Peace is a lie, there is only passion.
So it has been literally an entire week later. I had this kit the whole time, obviously, and honestly guys, the longer I've had it, the more I like it. So I know you guys saw it in the B-roll, but here it is again. This X5 looks so much more aggressive. Let me see if my shadow can not ruin the view here. It's not too out there, especially the front lip, but I must say, guys, like, it does look really good. The white complements it really well, and then of course the gloss black wheels, which, by the way, guys, I did wash this car, but with this weather it's hard for it to stay clean. But yeah, I really like this combo. Tell me what you guys think. Honestly, I do like it. It is a good balance. I think that wheel space in the rear really set it off right. Also, side note, I did air out the car as much as I could on the air suspension. That's why the ride height's actually pretty decent. So it looks even better right now. I think it was a good call not putting on that rear spoiler. I think that would have made it look really tacky. One of my favorite pieces is the diffuser, but unfortunately the fitment here is probably the worst out of everything. You guys can see all those gaps right over there. Look at that. I think I showed you guys when I was installing it, but yeah, it's just not the best. It's not the worst thing in the world. And again, guys, this is just really a cheap kit off eBay, probably straight from China, which there's nothing wrong with, honestly. My second favorite piece is the front lip. This looks really, really good. It's nice, it's subtle, it adds that little wing over there to match the rest of the body kit. I am actually really glad I didn't go for that underpiece. I think this is perfect. It looks cleaner, and it also leaves us with more ground clearance. Again, guys, the car is aired out, so typically we would have more clearance, but this is still really good. Now look, I know some people are gonna be upset about the fact that I got a cheap kit, a gloss black kit off eBay, but keep in mind, guys, this is my family car. Like, literally right now, I have 2 car seats back here, so this is a straight up family car. We are gonna be taking this thing, you know, out camping, to apple picking. We're literally gonna drive this thing off-road, so there's no point in getting a carbon fiber kit and then just always being nervous to take this thing places. So I think the gloss black was a good call, and again, I think it looks really good, especially with the gloss black wheels, the white paint, the window tints, and then something I'm really, really happy about, I keep on saying, are these wheel spaces. This fitment just looks so much better, especially with the car aired out. By the way, as I got close, can we just appreciate the mineral white? Such a beautiful paint color. Anyways, guys, I don't want to talk about this too long. You guys get the point. You saw it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, that's, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna wrap up this video here because it's probably already long enough installing this one kit in one day. So if you guys enjoyed it, drop it a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And with that said, this video is pretty much done. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.